This following video is intended for mature audience over the age of 18 and not made for kids under the age of 13. Viewer discretion is highly advised. Before we begin onto today's video, but first we have a message to our sponsor, and this is going to be just for you. This video is brought to you by the Stamp Plarail Store. If you're in the market that you're looking for some really good Thomas merchandise, you're definitely going to love shopping at the Stamp Plarail Store. Stamp sells old, discontinued, used Plarail Thomas items that were in an amazing good condition for a fair price. But that's not all. If you get one of these Plarail models that are in mint condition besides other Thomas merchandises, you can get other Thomas items like Council Plarail, the Departing Now series, Bandai Tech, and the Nakayoshi range. When you order some items from the Stamp Plarail Store, you can rely on Stamp's friend S.P. for a great fair price, good packaging, fast shipping, and an awesome customer service. But wait, there's one more thing I'm about to say. If you're shopping at the Stamp Plarail Store that you really want to save up some money, use my coupon code STEAMSQUAD10 to get 10% off on your first purchases.
Fizzling fireboxes.
So what are you waiting for, my friends? You better increase your Plarail and Trackmaster Thomas collection so you can get mid-condition models and specialty variant packs. Visit the Stamp Plarail Store to increase your Thomas collection today. Link is in the description.
And now, our feature presentation.
Hello everyone, Sodor Steam Squad here, and welcome back to the channel. Now, as you guys been watching my previous video on the Plarail Gordon review, link in the description if you haven't watched it yet, you all might be thinking about I'm going to make a part 2 video on this big green engine himself, right?
What's good? Yeah.
So today's video, I'm going to start my part 2 review on the Plarail 2003 revamp of Henry the Green Engine that I got from the Stamp Plarail Store. So now for ado for being out of the way, let's all begin and get straight with the unboxing. Alright you guys, from America, Japan, Thailand, Britain, Canada, where the fuck y'all from? So we have here, that's right, we got another package that came from the best Thomas Train store of all time, is the Stamp Plarail Store. Yep, as you guys been watching this Plarail Gordon review, so what we're doing, unboxing this another tiny package, which from this current house today. So without wasting your time, let's cut this bitch up. It's very hard to unbox this damn package because it took a lot to get this fucking bitch out. It's taking a lot of fucking tape. Hey, I know what everyone's gonna guess. What item that I bought out from Stamp. Just gonna put that tape up, that nasty tape out of the way. Okay, so let's get the fuck out. God damn it. And let's put the scissors down. Okay. And we just got here another Stamp Plarail Store sticker. Yep, I got 3 times in a row, I had to say. But I got another Stamp Plarail Store sticker. That is my 3rd Stamp Plarail Store sticker. So I'm gonna put that right here. And let's get on to the main part. We ought to see some fucking shitty bubble wrap. So let's try the first one instead. Okay. We got another troublesome van. That's very nice. Let's see. anything I'm gonna check something is with no scratches or any no marks. It's kind of look nice, but it's very nice. I have more Troubles and Trucks in my collection. Anyways, that's one. Let's try the other one. And we got another Troublesome Truck. Instead of that, it has the shock face, but not one with the happy face, but that's alright. I can get more Troublesome Trucks. And the final part is this one. Everyone could guess what item that I bought. Everyone watch this, read the title of the damn video. People will understand. And we have Henry. Look at that. The 2003 Plarail Henry. He is so awesome in mint condition. That is so fucking good. So, as you didn't know that, I'm gonna grab Gordon for a minute. So, there it is. Now I just have these two boys from the Stamp Plarail Store. But now, I finally got myself a Plarail 2003 Plarail Henry. That is so cool. Oh man. So, and what we got here is one of this bubble wrap. And that's about it. So I'm just throw the box away in the garbage so I can go ahead and give Henry. So I'll be right back. He gave Henry a test run on to put a AA battery. So see if it works. So I'll be right back.
12 seconds later.
Alright guys, so I'm back. So I got a fresh C battery. So let's test this green big boy over here. So let's test them out. Just take a look at the cold load. Alright, close the tab. See as he works. Yep, he works. Whew. Another good thing to add in my collection. So yeah, that is the Plarail 2003 Henry for you guys. Alright my friends, now I'm done with the unboxing. Now let's get straight to everyone's favorite part, the timeline history about the big green engine himself. In the early 90s, Plarail released their first model of Henry with a painted face. It was first released on March 25th, 1993 in Japan. Henry comes with two different rolling stock, a log car and a salt van. Then in 1998, Henry made its way to be released both UK, US, and Australia under by Atomica World and Motor on the Rail until they re-released him with a plastic face. Later on January 30th, 2003, Plarail re-released Henry and gave him a major overhaul, with the white running board, silver handrails, painted white eyes, etc. With some changes of using the rolling stock of a salt van and a log car, but instead they use a troublesome truck and a troublesome van. In 2004, Motor Road and Rail re-released Henry by himself until next year in 2005 they released him with 4 Tomy curve tracks, plus in that same year they re-released him alongside with his salt van and a log car. And then the next year in 2006, Motor Road and Rail re-released Henry by himself again, and this set right here was only at a Target exclusive. In the year 2007, Hit Toys re-released Henry several different ways, until the next year in 2008 with some little changes to having a log car, but instead they're using a black caboose. In that same year in 2008, Trackmaster Tomy re-released Henry alongside his log car. It was only released in the UK and European countries. In the year 2010, when Hit Toys' contract had been expired, as Fisher-Price has been taking over the Trackmaster line, they released their own version of Henry. With some changes, they gave him some red boiler stripes and silver handrails, but sadly, no cab windows. On May 29th, 2012, Plarail re-released the 2003 version of Henry with some minimum changes of a new style box. In that same year in 2012, Mattel re-released Henry in the Trackmaster line with a new CGI face, a separate coupled tender, and with the battery compartment that goes inside of the engine instead of using the tender. And finally, we have come to the unfortunate day on October 18th, 2018. Plarail re-released Henry again in a new CGI redesign, and I would say one of the worst models that Plarail has ever made. But here's the main reason about the only issue about the 2018 CGI Plarail Henry. One of these assholes who works at Plarail decided to make a CGI redesign of Henry with those missing details, like, I just want to talk.
I just want to talk to him.
Dad, this is ridiculous!
I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him.
It is not his fault.
I just want to shoot him. I just want to talk to him.
You can't shoot him!
Wait, what are you doing?
Alright folks, now I'm done with the timeline history, so now for ado for being out of the way, let's all go ahead and review Henry right now, shall we? Here's the old square wheels himself, Henry. So what are my thoughts about the original 2003 Plarail Henry? I would say about the original 2003 Plarail model of Henry was actually one of the best models that Plarail has ever made. I really like that how Plarail just gave Henry smokebox frames and one of his lamp irons painted black, and I really like that how they painted his two lamp irons and his running board painted white, and they have often to painted the running board between his splashers. This is how Plarail started actually painting the running board between the splashers like other different characters like Gordon, James, and Edward. There's one thing I want to say about with Henry. In my opinion, the original 2003 Plarail model was actually an superior over the original Tomy Henry. This is what the fans from the 90s and the early 2000s remember having a Tomy Henry in their collection, and I'm actually correct, they are kind of bit nostalgic for it. But sometimes, however, the original 1993 Tomy model doesn't have all the printed details than the original 2003 Plarail model. And also, it has a big giant sticker on one of the sides of Henry's tender. And to be fair to say this in my opinion, I personally do not like all these sticker decals on the original Plarail and Trackmaster models. So 10 years later, in 2003, Plarail went back and gave Henry with those all printed details on his body, and they gave his tender all full of printed details without using a big giant sticker, and even of course they often painted the face, both eyes and mouth all together. And what I could say, his face is so good, man. Like, they capture him very good and being outstanding. Before Gordon and Emily were released in the Plarail range, Henry was the first model to receive those long side rods that goes through into his cylinders. And this is why Plarail had to do to make one of the bigger engines a little bit more unique, as one of these side rods are slightly more accurate to the Gauge 1 model prop that had been seen in the show by itself. And this is what we called foreshadowing. Alrighty then, now I'm done talking about all the positives of Henry, but there's one thing I just want to say something negative about with him. Now, don't get me wrong about it, guys. I know that Henry was actually a very good model, but there's only one issue that I really want to talk about, was his two headlamps. He's probably going with the same issue with Thomas, that's because of the irritating red paint chip on the headlamps. Like, if you guys actually just accidentally drop one of your models, or playing your trains too rough, or even so remaking a crash sequences of one of the Thomas episodes, you're gonna end up having that irritating red paint chip on one of the headlamps. And you're gonna be sad. So yeah, if you guys should probably gonna take my advice, you have to be very careful of the red paint chip of one of Thomas and Henry's headlamps. Anyways, so now let's take a look at the rolling stock Henry comes with. So Henry comes with a troublesome truck and a troublesome van. Y'all might just be thinking about it might be the same rolling stock as Edward's, right? Well, surprisingly, I have to say is, but no. As you all didn't know that, Tomy/Plarail made their own troublesome trucks with those different facial expressions. You see, Edward was released with a troublesome truck with an angry face expression, and Henry was released with a troublesome truck with a happy face expression. But at least their troublesome vans were just actually being the same rolling stock with those same facial expressions. Usually I had to say it's gonna be the laziness on Plarail's part, but that's just me. But not gonna lie, for a moment, I wish there's some other ways that Plarail should do and go back and gave Henry's troublesome truck with some cargo for a change. Like, instead of having a truck for being a empty wagon, maybe they should add some crates of fish, since Henry's famous job was pulling the flying kipper. Or how about some cargo full of pine trees, since Henry was a nature lover from season 3. But if we're gonna keep the original troublesome truck route with Henry, I wish that Plarail should do just gave him some little changes for him, like maybe they should give him like a red express coach to make him more appropriately available instead of being the only release in the freight car set alongside with that Angry Thomas. Hell, even you count the 2011 version as well. You know what, that is just me nitpicking. Fun fact, Henry was the first model to receive 2 headlamps. The second one is Stepney and the other is Lady. However, in real life on British railways, Henry used to wear one of these 2 head coats on his running board, which is that means that one head coat is on the left and the other one is on the center. Which is that means that Henry was actually wearing one of these 2 head coats, which is actually the perishable goods train. As it could be seen in one of the books from the Railway series and the original Thomas the Tank Engine TV series, where he was taking the flying kipper to the mainland, which is actually pretty cool. Overall, I have to say that Plarail did a good job for making this outstanding model of Henry. I hope there's a Plarail and a Trackmaster fan who want to get their hands on the original 2003 Plarail model some other days. But sometimes, however, if you're ending up getting the 2018 CGI redesign of Henry, and the only main reason if you're ending up buying this piece of shit, that's because
You dumb as shit.
So what are my final thoughts on the 2003 version of the Plarail Henry? I think this is actually one of Plarail's amazing models of all time, and I'm very proud of myself owning the 2003 version in my collection. I suggest I will recommend getting both releases of Henry, such as like the original 1993 Tomy version and the Plarail 2003 version as well. If you find Henry for a decent price online, I highly recommend you can get him. So I had to be fair and gave Henry as a solid 10 out of 10. Now let's see this big green engine run on my layout. Before I go and end this video, I just want to give a shout out and a thank you to the Stamp Plarail Store for coming through for me for my Plarail and Trackmaster needs. Make sure you all follow Stamp's social media pages linked in the description, and please check out his store. He has been selling one of these used Plarail and Trackmaster models that were in an amazing condition for good fair prices. And make sure to use my coupon code so you can get 10% off when you check out your first purchases. Well friends, that's going to be wrapping on today's video. If you liked the video, make sure you can like, comment, and subscribe for more Thomas and Friends content. So next year in 2025, I have a upcoming project which is now still in the works to this very day. I'm just looking forward to recover my 2024 recaps for a Day Out with Thomas video at the North Carolina Transportation Museum in Spencer. Besides making a 2024 Day Out with Thomas video, that's because it's going to take a long project to make. Or there's some other things besides making a Day Out with Thomas video. I just want to review other characters in Plarail and Trackmaster forms like Rosie, Emily, Murdoch, Neville, Molly, and even of course the 2003 revamp of Percy with the plastic face variant, not with the painted face variant. And I also want to do to recover the twin engines in Plarail and Trackmaster forms like Donald and Douglas and Bill and Ben. And if I'm lucky enough, I should probably do my take-ons to review all of the 3 Thomas anniversary packs that were released by Plarail from the year of 2005, 2010, and through all the way through 2020, which is going to be a part 3 mini-series during an anniversary year, the 80th anniversary of Thomas and Friends that will be happening in the year of 2025. But soon later, after I'm done reviewing all of the 3 Plarail anniversary packs in my part 3 mini-series, I'll be ranking them from 3rd place to 1st place, which is going to be my opinions on it. Anyways, what's the next video you'd like to see in the year of 2025? Shall we start with the brand new year for a Day Out with Thomas 2024 video, or try something else like a Plarail review? Let me know in the comments below. I am Soto Steam Squad, and I wish you guys a Merry Christmas, and I'll see you all in 2025. Adios amigos, nos vemos prontos!
Either subscribe, donate, or get the fuck out.